Call of the Dead is a very interesting map as it manages to be one of the biggest maps of that zombies era, but also one of the tightest and most claustrophobic maps, with long, narrow paths, cramped spaces in general, and a tough boss that never stops following you. Even the spawn area feels extra cramped for a spawn room, and boy howdy, it is difficult. Every Zombies player I've talked with has agreed that Call of the Dead is very challenging, and that's what I will be discussing today. First off, one of the back-breaking issues of this map is Juggernog. First of all, it's in this super random back corner in the middle of nowhere, and you have to open a minimum of 6 doors to use it. Right off the top of my head, the only other map I can think of that always requires you to open 6 doors to access power and Jug is Mob of the Dead. That's brutal. Even on 5, if my memory serves me right, it's only 4 doors total. I don't know why the devs did this, but Power and Jug are on two polar opposite sides of the map, and I have managed to go down in the Jug room several times because it's a death trap if you go mid-round. And you're pretty much screwed if you down on the wrong side of the map, because with the long hike mixed with narrow walkways, the odds of getting back to Jug aren't high. And really, everything just feels far away. Like everything you need is stretched super thin across a really long distance, and you'll do quite a bit of hiking for just about anything, including the Pack-a-Punch, which moves around. This completely caught me by surprise the first time it happened. I was on my way to Pap for the first time, and I was like, huh? It was right here. Am I losing my marbles? I later found its new location and later went back for another PAP, only to discover it had once again relocated, and I had to trek around to find it. Of course, I would later discover the lighthouse shows you where it is, and a moving PAP machine really wasn't that bad of an idea for a single map, but did it really need to be plopped down in the middle of freezing water? I'm glad they didn't try this idea on future maps. And of course, we can't forget the elephant in the room and overlook the bullet sponge George Romero, who's possibly the most annoying boss in COD Zombies, slowly following you around, blocking doorways at crucial moments, and electrifying the zombies when you accidentally shoot him, with only the annoying water being able to calm him down. That and the PAP VR11, but let's be honest, who's going to waste a precious weapon slot for that piece of junk? The last time I picked that thing up was specifically for the purpose of getting footage with it, and I downed within a minute of holding it. It's just one of those insta-death weapons where as soon as you pull it out, you get swarmed because it's poop. Let's see, you got a dozen rounds, a super slow reload, it's super heavy so you move like a grandma while holding it, and it does pretty much nothing. It turns zombies into humans for a few seconds and sorta distracts the zombies. Woohoo. This is more of a personal thing, and I don't know why, but I have never once gotten Call of the Dead's other wonder weapon, the Scavenger. Like, not a single time, only adding extra challenge to my personal experiences. Ooh, and the fog. Can't forget the fog because I love not being able to see where I'm going or where the mystery box is, along with sometimes being forced into freezing water, which further hinders your vision and mobility. Thanks, Call of the Dead. And the fact that Black Ops 1 didn't really have good wall guns only added to the struggle. Your best bet is to grab a MP5 and or a AK-74U and hope you find the box ASAP if it didn't spawn in a convenient location. All of this combined makes one of, if not the, hardest map in Call of Duty Zombies. And please don't mistake me for saying this is a bad map, because it isn't. I do enjoy it. But man, does it like to kick you in the testicles. If I'm not mistaken, it took over a decade for someone to hit round 100, and I'd prior heard some people say they didn't believe it to be possible. It's certainly not something I could pull off. Kudos to the guy who did. Well, that's all for me, folks. Do you agree and think that Call of the Dead is a brutal map? Or disagree and think that it's easy? Tell me down in the comments. And for anyone new here, I mostly play, review, and discuss zombie and horror games, so feel free to check out some of my other content if that sounds like something you might like. Thanks again for watching. Always remember, Jesus loves you all very much. Have a blessed day. Peace.